Hi, everybody. I'm Nolly, and I am so excited to have you guys here with me today to take you along for my Pilates Strength workout. So I hope that you're ready to move. So for props, we're not going to go too crazy. We're going to go for some lighter dumbbells. So thinking about maybe a 3-pound, 5-pound at the heaviest. And it's really all I've got for you guys. So again, I hope you're ready to move. We're going to get started with a nice little warm-up. I love a dynamic workout and a dynamic warm-up, something that's just going to get the blood flowing. So just go ahead, follow along with me and meet me at your mat. We're going to take a nice wide stance here of the feet. Let's bring the feet right outside the line of the hips. Take a moment. Let's just settle the body into this work for today. We'll take a nice big inhale through the nose, filling every single inch of the lungs with air. Exhale, let it all go. Let those shoulders hang nice and super heavy. We'll go for one more nice big inhale, filling the lungs, nice big deep breath. Exhale, let it all go. As you let it go, let's begin to just roll through the spine. Head goes first. Let the shoulders go. Let's keep the weight nice and heavy in the balls of the feet, right? So pitch your weight forward for me. Palms are going to find their way onto that yoga mat. Feel that beautiful stretch all the way down the base of the legs, through the back of the legs, through the calf, through the ankles. It should feel nice. We'll go ahead, we'll get a grab on the elbows. Again, hang nice and super heavy here. Maybe you add in just a sway from side to side, rocking. Let the shoulders and the chest hang nice and super heavy. Again, let's let those hands find the yoga mat again. Maybe we'll just rock forward and back. Pretty soon we're going to take it down onto the knees into a little cat-cow, creating some nice spinal movement here. Alrighty, so we're going to take the hands right under the line of the shoulders. We're going to take the knees right under the line of the hips. Again, working through some flexion of the spine. We'll take a nice big inhale as you pull the belly button all the way inwards and up. We'll go eyes to thighs. Nice big exhale. Let the chest fall forward, almost like your belly button is being pulled all the way down underneath you. I just want you to find your own flow, find your own time here. Nice big inhale, pull the belly button all the way inwards and up towards the spine. Exhale, let it go. Now I want you to find almost like a natural pattern of movement here, right? So maybe the shoulders begin to move, maybe the hips begin to move, the ribs, right? Whatever feels good. I don't care what this looks like. I want you to focus on the feeling, right? And this is a beautiful opportunity as well, too. If you haven't yet set your intention for today, now is the perfect timing to do so, right? Thinking about what you want to get out of this work, this movement, this challenge. It is really a blessing, right? Having a body that's able to move to carry you through this challenge. Let's go ahead, plant the toes. We're going to take the hips all the way up, skyrocket the hips up towards the ceiling. We'll go downward dog. Take the palms nice and super wide. As you exhale, drive those heels down, press the palms down, shoot those hips all the way up towards the ceiling. From here, let's begin to take the body forward. We're going to come into a 4-point hover hold. Just as soon as those knees are about to touch onto the mat, don't let them freeze. Hold. Woo! We'll take a nice big exhale. Let's go ahead, drive it right on back up in towards that downward dog. Again, really still enjoying this stretch here in the downward dog, letting the knees come forward, pulling those shoulders right over the line of the hands here. Again, your own timing, rocking the hips all the way up, and then dropping those hips all the way right on back down. This time, let's freeze in that hover hold. Taking a moment here just to turn on the abdominals, right? So what you want is a beautiful long line from the crown of the head all the way down to the base of your tailbone. At this point, I know I am, you should be feeling a little bit of heat coming into the abdominals. Beautiful, right? That's what we want to start to invite in. We love the heat. We love that fire. I want you to hold it for just another 5. We're going to drop those knees down in 3, in 2, and 1. Awesome. We're going to go for a little bit of a thread the needle here just to close out our warm-up. I want you to take the right hand. Let's spiral it up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Pull that shoulder back. As you exhale, we'll reach that finger all the way forward. Let the hips come up towards the ceiling. Nice big stretch here. We'll go same thing with the other side. Let's take that left hand, drive it all the way up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. And then we'll take it across the body here. All right, my loves, we got just about a minute left here, finding your own pacing, your own timing. And then we're going to go ahead, we're going to grab for those dumbbells, and we're going to get started with a little bit of an abdominal focus flow, my favorite way to start a workout. Again, we got full body today. We're going to work through the abdominals, heavy on the obliques, my fave. And then we're going to get into some lower and some upper body to finish. Let's just take just one more stretch, making sure that you're evening out both sides. We got about 15 seconds. And then we'll go ahead and grab those dumbbells. Maybe you hit that child's pose, rocking the hips from side to side, just releasing any last tension. We'll take one nice final inhale through the nose. Exhale, we let it all go, getting ready for the work in about 3 and 2 and 1. All right, so it's just about that time. Like I said, we don't need crazy heavy dumbbells for this. We're gonna focus on a lot of body-centric work. So I'm gonna go super light because we are still warming up here. 2 pounds, right? It's all that you need. I do have some heavier, right? I got some 3s over here as well too. When we get into lower body, we might go a little bit heavier, but for now, why don't you follow me, grab either 2 or 3 pound weights. We're gonna get right back into some core work. So I'm gonna take the dumbbells. We're not gonna use them quite yet, but they are gonna stay close. So let's bring them to the mat. We're gonna come right back into that 4-point hover hold that we started with. So we're thinking about hands under the shoulders. We got toes right under the line of the hips. So again, toes are planted. Let's go ahead and lift those heels up. We're gonna get started in that nice 4-point hover hold with a little bit of a rotation to wake up the obliques. So I want you to meet me stepping the toes out, coming into that high plank, freeze. Step those toes in, pull it right on back into that hover hold. Woo! Now right away, we should be feeling some tension coming into the shoulders, a little bit of tension into the chest, pectoral muscles working here. I want you to find a slow, steady pace. Toes go out, toes come in. Guess what? Nothing is moving but those toes. Drive it out, find that plank. You pull it all the way right on back in. Modifications, right? We can drop the knees down. You can just go for a little bit of a lifting and lowering in those knees, still working through the abdominals, creating some instability. We got about 10 seconds. I want you to meet me into that plank. We'll add in a rotation, take it to that side plank in 3, in 2, and 1. Let's go side plank, freeze. Stack everything on top, long line from the left hand all the way to the right. We'll bring it right on back into that plank. Can we take it to the other side? Let's do it. Twist. Reaching up nice and super long. Maybe the head follows that range of motion, looking up towards the hand. Pulling it all the way right on back into that side plank. Let's go back into those toe step outs. Now we got a combo in 3, in 2, and when we go toes in, toes out. Add in that rotation, hold that side plank. Beautiful, keep it going. Same thing, working through the right, working through the left. Holding on to that breath, allowing your breath to give you power and strength as you move. If you need that support, you're down on the knees. As you rotate, we can stack one knee right on top of the other, coming right on back into that modified plank. Again, always bring it down into that modification before you let it go. Opportunity to take it one step further. Once you're in that side plank, for your final minute, we can add in that crouch. Woo, nice big exhale, sweeping the sky. Bring it right on back into that 4-point hover hold. Same thing. Listen, we got about 30 seconds here. If you're moving through this flow with me, again, I want to bring your awareness to that breath. Remember, modification is there for you. We can come onto one knee. From here, still working through that nice crouch, dropping those hips, lifting the hips, coming right on back in towards the center. Pretty soon, y'all, we're gonna grab for those dumbbells, so I want you to finish this strong, knowing that in only 20, you get to let it go. We're gonna go ahead and grab those dumbbells for the last time today. So finishing out, maybe one more on the right and one more on the left. Holding on for 3, for 2, and for 1. Woo! Now that is the best example of how you literally don't even need weight to feel that full body pump. But we are gonna grab some dumbbells and we're keeping it nice and super light. We're gonna take our dumbbells and we're gonna go right back into that 4-point hover hold. It's my favorite position from today, as you can tell. So we're gonna go ahead, again, 4-point hover hold. Got the shoulders over the hands, we got the knees right under the toes. Now this time what we're gonna do, we're gonna take the dumbbells, they're gonna come right under the line of the shoulders. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna lift up those knees. We're gonna add in a hover to rotation. Now, instead of bilateral both sides, we're gonna work just through that left side. So go ahead and meet me in that hover hold in 3, in 2, and 1. Let's twist. We're gonna reach that arm up, pull the knees in. We add in a shoulder press, bend that arm. Exhale, extend it, pop it right on back into that 4-point hover hold. Now your idea here is that you keep the hips elevated nice and super high so the hips are never gonna touch the ground. Toes are rotating as you drive the hips down to open up that chest. Nice, beautiful, long reach. Are you breathing? Don't lose that breath on me. Exhale as you extend through that arm. slow to rotate. We're gonna go for 3 more reps, and then guess what? Your knee gets to come down. So knowing that you don't have much longer here, can you prove to yourself that you're strong enough to do it? I know you can. Listen, I'm right there with you. We got only 1 more, and that right knee is gonna come down. Let's finish it out. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I want you to put that knee down. Leave that dumbbell where it is. Let's take that left arm up over the head. We're gonna go for a nice oblique crunch here. As you begin to lean over, reaching all the way, left arm goes up towards the ceiling, towards the sky, pulling it all the way right on back up. Now, if you start to feel a little bit of tension in the hip, we can go ahead, turn out that bottom leg, or we can even take that knee, pull it all the way in towards the body, right? This is your modification. As you exhale, we reach all the way up towards that arm, pulling it all the way right on back up. Eyes are following this range of motion here. Nice big inhale, drop it down, keeping the core nice and super tight. Right, what I want you to imagine here is almost as if there's a wall right in front of your face, a wall right behind your back, right? And so you're trying to just squeeze it between these 2 walls so everything stags on top of each other, almost like you're a living, breathing kebab, right? So as we move, pressing in that hip, nice big inhale to drop. Exhale to release. I think that we can add a little bit of a flow here. Next time you come all the way up, stacking the shoulders, I want you to meet me with a beautiful reach here. So now the right arm is gonna come up and over. We're gonna flow, we're gonna keep moving. I want you to take that dumbbell now up and over the head. Beautiful side release. We can add in an oblique crunch here, boom. Knee comes in towards the chest. Nice big exhale, we reach. That's your flow. Woo! Beautiful reach here. Right hand goes all the way up over the head. Following that dumbbell, let's go knee to chest, almost like a little oblique crunch here. Inhale to bend, exhale to extend, right? Moving through this flow again, we can allow the head to follow this range of motion, making it beautiful, right? Life always moves so quickly, especially as adults. When do we get to have that childlike fun? Keeping the range of motion fun and fluid, again, make it look absolutely gorgeous. Listen, y'all, we got about 2 more here. You're following me on your own flow and your own timing. If this is getting a little bit too spicy for you, no worries. You can get rid of that crunch. You can continue just moving with this flow. We got about 5. I want you to meet me in that side kneeling position. We'll take the dumbbell over the head in 3, 2, 1. Just freeze here, just hold. Thread the needle, let's do it. Left arm, take it all the way in towards the body. Reach, 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 reach. Exhale to release. Step number 1, if you're like, Nolly, I don't think so. Get rid of that dumbbell, right? What I always want to emphasize through the work is honoring your body where it's at, right? Maybe a modification is going to allow you to stay moving. Perfect and beautiful, right? The only one that you're in competition with is yourself. If you need to get rid of that dumbbell, get rid of that dumbbell. We're going to take it from upper body and obliques. We're going to take it all the way into a little bit of lower body work. In about 3, if you're feeling spicy, we can always go ahead and grab that dumbbell again. I want you to freeze and meet me here in 3, in 2, and 1. Toe taps. Nothing moves but the toe. Inhale to drop. Exhale to release. Woo! Feeling a beautiful expansion in the chest. You see how proud my chest is? All right, reaching that left hand all the way up towards the ceiling. Toes go down. Toes come up. Breathe. Inhale through the nose, holding on to it. Come on, you got this. Drop it all the way down. We've got only 5 left here. We're going to take it to the other side. We got 3, 2, 1. All right. Woo! We're going to do all of that on the other side because it was so good. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to turn my body around. Still using these lighter dumbbells. You know what it is. You've been here before. Let's do it again, but a little bit better this time. We're going to take the dumbbells. Got them right under the shoulders. You know what it is. 4-point hover hold. Pop those heels up. Find that flat back. You twist. Hold. Nice press. Exhale to that shoulder press. Bring it right on back in. It's that rotation. Dropping the hips down. Although they stay elevated high, adding in that little bit of extra shoulder work. Now the shoulders are already working here just to support the body in all these plank positions. So again, if this is a little bit too challenging for you, no worries. We can always get rid of that dumbbell. Full range of motion here. What I want you to think about is almost connecting the dots like a flow, right? So maybe a little bit less of Pilates, a little bit more of almost like a ballet class, right? Keeping the flow and motion going. Got about 10 seconds here. I want you to finish this out strong, knowing that that knee is coming down. Can you push? I know you're strong enough. Finish it out here. We got 3, 2, and 1. Finishing that last rep. knee comes down, leave that left dumbbell down. We're gonna lift that right dumbbell up nice and super high. Let's go for that oblique crunch in 3, in 2, and 1. Right, maybe left hand comes right in front of the body, just to help hold the core accountable. Again, remember you have that wall right in front of your face, right behind the booty, squeezing in between those walls, keeping the core tight as you reach. Inhale, exhale to drive it all the way right on back up. Eyes following that range of motion. Knowing you're not here for long, we're gonna add in that beautiful flow. Maybe again, eye gaze follows that range. Go for that nice bend. This time, let's add in that reach. Let's keep it going. Here we go. Nice, beautiful long reach. The left hand goes all the way up over the head. This time, let's keep it moving. We're here. Crunch it in. Inhale. Exhale, pop those hips forward. Now we're really moving, y'all. Nice big press in the hip. Left hand taints the sky. Keep it moving. Holding into that side plank, knee in towards the chest, pull it in. Take it all the way out. Really beautiful, you guys. Maybe you're at the point where you're feeling a little bit of fatigue. Can you tell yourself something nice? Can you tell yourself something that encourages you? If no one has told you this yet today, I'm proud of you for showing up, for being here. We've got about 2 more, and then we're gonna get into our thread the needle. Oh my goodness, words. You know what it is. Here we go. We're gonna freeze in that side extension in 3, in 2, and 1. Freeze, open that arm. Take a moment, just hold. We'll go thread the needle, reach. Remember, if you're not feeling that dumbbell, get rid of it. Opportunity to go into that modification. We can always get rid of that dumbbell. We're not here for long. We're gonna go lift and lower with those toes. Soon heading into our lower body flow. Holla. We're gonna grab a heavier dumbbell right as soon as we finish these taps. Let's get into it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Toes go down. Toes come up. That's the only thing that's moving. Hey, outer glute, right? We should be feeling the shoulder, feeling a little bit of tension in the shoulder, a little bit of tension in the chest. Keep the core tight. You got this. We have 10 seconds only. It's nothing. You've done harder things for a longer time. Come on. We got 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right. I hope you guys are getting as sweaty as I am. All right, we're gonna go a little bit heavier here with the dumbbells. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up my 3-pound. Now for now, you only need 1, although we are going to go into using both. So let's go ahead to our original facing. We're gonna take the dumbbell underneath that left knee, actually. Again, not gonna be using the second dumbbell, but we are gonna keep it close. Again, let's take it into that 4-point hold. We got the hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Give me a nice big flex on that bottom foot. You guessed it, my favorite one of my favorite exercises. We're gonna go donkey kicks. So what I want you to think about here is almost as if you have some paint on the bottom of your foot. Can you stamp the bottom of your foot so that you leave that footprint all the way up towards the ceiling, right? So that's going to be a really beautiful way for you to now work the hamstring. We're saying hello to the center glute. Finding that full extension. Exhale as you kick that heel up. Inhale to drive it down. Now, the slower that you move, the more challenging this is going to be, but most importantly, the quicker you're going to get to your fatigue, right? If you need a little bit of support, of course, we can always get rid of that dumbbell. I want to add in a tiger curl here because I don't think we're quite done with the abdominals yet. So now that next rep, as the knee comes in, let's pull it in, eyes to thighs, maybe that toe points to create a little bit of room. Foot flexes as it comes out. Now we got a combo. Hey now, 1 donkey kick. Point that toe, pull the knee all the way in towards the chest. If you're feeling a little bit psychotic and you want a little bit of a challenge, maybe that left hand releases as you pull it all the way in. What this is gonna do is gonna create instability. We love instability. It makes the core work harder. It makes the lower body work harder. This is it, y'all. We're gonna take it into a little bit of an abductor pulse, making sure that you're hitting every single little bit of lower body. So just freeze with that knee under the hip. Let's go ahead now, take the knee out and pull that knee in. This is your new full range of motion. Donkey kick is canceled. Holding on to that abductor pulse as you exhale, pull that knee all the way out. Pull it all the way right on back in again. If you're looking for that challenge, boom, right hand releases. You're gonna ground the body, pressing that left hand down into the mat to help you with that stabilization. If I told you that we were gonna get rid of the dumbbell in only 5, maybe you can finish with a nice pulse. To finish it out, we got 3 and 2 and 1. Quickly remove that dumbbell. We're gonna keep moving. Stay on the knees. From here, I want you to step your left foot forward. We're gonna go into a low lunge. We step lunge low, and step, arabesque. That's your pattern. Woo! Let's keep moving. Down, stay low, step down, leg kicks, arabesque. Start to find your flow. Start to find some timing here. As we move, what I want you to think about, how low can you keep the body? I want you to think about calm movement. It's not jarring, allowing your breath to give you strength and power to keep moving here. Couple more reps. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna freeze in that arabesque. But first, now that we're here in this lunge, let's pulse. We're gonna go tiny lift, tiny lower, right? I always say it never needs to be big to be effective. We got about 5 more seconds breathing here. I want you to meet me back down in that arabesque. We got 3, 2, 1. Come down, arabesque, just hold. Take a moment, stabilize the body here. Can we do a little cardio boost? We're gonna do it. We're gonna go up downs with that arabesque in 3, in 2, and 1. Leg doesn't move, arms move. Woo! Everyone who's watching this video right now, I wanna see you lift the leg even higher. Point the toe, make it look gorgeous. Core is stable. Maybe if you're feeling a little crazy, you add in that extra push-up. Woo! Maybe if you're feeling crazier, you can always add in that extra tiger curl as well too, but this is your range of motion. You're down on the forearms, you're up onto those hands. We have only about 5 seconds left here. You're strong enough to hold it. You got it. It's 3, and 2, and 1. Whew. All right, take a break, but not too long. Really quickly, we're gonna come up. We're gonna pulse in a sumo squat. Let's take the feet outside line of the hips. Take those toes, turn them out. Listen, we got 30 seconds only just to pulse here. I want you to get nice and low. This is a beautiful opportunity for you to slow down the breath, slow down the breathing. Chin is lifted high. Shoulders are nice and proud. Core is engaged. It's a tiny lift, tiny lower. You started to wake up the outer glutes for that abductor pulse. This is a beautiful opportunity, again, for you to invite some of that warmth and that energy in. Get as low as you can. It's a little lift, little lower, because we're going to take it all to the left side in about 3, 2, and 1. Awesome, you guys. So awesome that we're going to do it again on the left side. So let's go ahead and come on to the mat. Same thing that you just did. We're gonna do it on the other side. We're gonna take the dumbbell, technically dumbbell's going under your right leg now. So let's go ahead, let's put it behind the knee. Same thing, take that left dumbbell, we're gonna move it out of the way. We're gonna take the hands under the line of the shoulders. Nice grip of that dumbbell under the knee. Make sure it's not gonna go anywhere on you. And we're gonna take it into our flow. We're gonna go right back into that donkey kick. On the right side now, give me a good flex of that foot in 3, in 2, and 1. Here we go. Woo! Listen, if you lost your breath on me a little bit, that's okay. I want you to get right on back into the breath. Listen, breathing is one of those things that we really don't ever think about. But bring that awareness to your breath. It's what gives you the power and the strength when your mind is telling you no. Let me tell you, if you're anything like me, your mind is going to be the first one to tell you no. But guess what? Your body is willing to push through your mental fatigue, right? What your mind is telling you has nothing to do with the capabilities of your body. So I want you to prove that to yourself right now. Align your breath with your motion. Exhale, stamp that foot up towards the ceiling. Inhale, you drop it all the way down. Core stays nice and super tight. Remember, you have so many regressions here, right? You drop a little bit of the intensity before you drop the work completely. If you want that support, get rid of the dumbbell, right? That's number one. If you want to take it the opposite direction, I'm never going to be mad at that. We take that left hand, you can reach it all the way up towards the ceiling. That's going to give you that instability. It's going to turn on the core. Also, actually, a little bit of a cardio boost because the heart has to work a little bit harder to shoot that blood flow up towards the fingers. Can we add in that tiger girl? I want to do it in 3, 2, 1. You know what it is. Foot begins to point as you drop that knee down. Let's take the knee, pull it in towards the chest, reach, knee comes all the way in, eyes to thighs. Nice big exhale, drive it right on back up for that donkey kick. Again, timing is yours. Pacing is yours as we move. Take that heel, drive it all the way up, feeling the hamstring working. Center glute should be on freaking fire at this point. Again, if you want that challenge, we can always lift up that left hand, right? Maybe it's just for 1 rep. You might surprise yourself. You never know what you're capable of until you put yourself in the position to try. I want to take it into those abductor pulses in 3, in 2, in 1. Knee goes out, knee comes in. If you feel yourself leaning slightly to that left side, you can always put that right forearm down, or maybe even both forearms come down for support. Right? That's a beautiful opportunity for you to bring the center of gravity a little bit lower. Might give you a little bit more support as you move, pulling the knee up, driving the knee down. Now remember, what you do on one side with me, you're always going to do on the other. Timing, you're not here for very long. We've got about 10 seconds, and you know we're going to take it up into that low squat to arabesque, adding in that little bit of a cardio burst. So maybe we pulse to finish this out strong for 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. You know what it is. Let's keep moving. Quickly go ahead, drop that dumbbell. Here we go. We're going to step up. Low on the left. Get low. Hands go down. Arabesque. Front. We lunge. Knee comes down. Arabesque. Right, that's your timing. Remember, goal here is that you're never coming up too high. As you come up to that kneel, let's try and keep the body weight nice and super low. Core is your firm foundation. Keep the core tight as you move. Drive that knee back. Now, before you take it into those arabesque up downs, you know what it is. We're going to pulse in that low squat. Meet me here in 3, 2, 1. Get low. Find a height that you can commit to. Little pulses. Tiny lift, tiny lower. If those shoulders are creeping up by your ears, exhale, release it down. Let's take it down into that arabesque. You know what it is. In 3, in 2, and 1. Get low, freeze, right into it. Here we go. Height of the leg doesn't change. You're up and down on those arms. Taking it down for 2, taking it up for 2. Again, opportunities. Woo! We can always add in that push-up. If you want a little bit of an extra challenge, listen, I'm like, we're already here. We're already working. I want you to think about how incredible you're going to feel when you walk out of this workout knowing that you're stronger, not just physically, mentally stronger. 20 seconds. Guess what, y'all? It's upper body time. I want you to finish this out strong. Maybe you add in that extra tiger curl for a little bit of a challenge if you want a little bit of extra push for your final 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right. Is it getting hot in here? I don't think it's just me. Please tell me it's you too. We're going to take it into our upper body flow. Lower body is finished, and you guys absolutely crushed it. So for me, as I said, don't need a lot for upper body. So let's go for some lighter dumbbells. I'm going to move my hair out of the way so that I can really get a good pump going. I want you to come onto the knees. We're going to come into a nice high kneel. So what I want you to think about is the knees right under the line of the shoulders. Again, I have my 2-pound weights. Again, we're going to focus on slow range of motion. We don't need a heavy weight to get a good burn. We're going to go for a little combo, hug a tree to a shoulder press. So I want everyone to start, take your arms out into a nice, beautiful wide T, reaching along with those fingers. We're going to go combo movement. Fingers come in, hug a tree. We flip those palms down, shoulder press. Woo! Now I love this kneeling position because it's actually very unstable. My core is on fire trying to support my body as I move through both of these positions. Do you want a little bit more of a challenge? Knees can come together, right? If those knees come together, it's going to create a little bit more instability. It's going to make the core work a little bit harder. And clearly, we love hard work in here. Now listen, I got a sweat going from that lower body flow. So I want you to just keep the heat moving through the body. We got about 5. I want you to finish at the top of your shoulder press. We're going to pulse it out in 3, in 2, and 1. Freeze, grow tall. If you're feeling like a boss, I want to see those knees together working the inner thighs. We're going to go tiny lower, tiny lift. Core is tight. Drop those shoulders. Keep the chin lifted high. Know that you're strong enough to push through this. Come on, I'm right there with you. 5 seconds. Let's drop it low for that nice hug a tree pulse in 3, and 2, and 1. Drop it down. Let's do the same thing. We go little pulse. Tiny open, tiny squeeze. Hey, chest, if you feel a little bit of tension right near the armpits, pectoral muscles working. They should be on a fire. I want you to freeze like you're holding a beach ball in 3, 2, 1. Hold that ball, freeze. Now let's lift, little lower. Woo! Oh my goodness, shoulders are burning. If I told you that this is your last little section of class, could you breathe through this? I know that you're strong enough to do it. Think again, you're gonna feel so strong when you finish this out. We get to let it all go in 3, 2, 1. Whew, we got just one more for you guys before we take it into that cool down. So take a minute if you need to, catch your breath, do whatever you got to do. We're going to finish strong with the shoulders. You know we have to finish with arm circles, right? Obviously. Take those arms to a T. Take the thumbs, point them up towards the ceiling. This is it. We've got 30 seconds to pulse. Tiny arm circles. Woo, core is tight. Breathe here for a moment. Chin is lifted high. You are strong enough to hold on to this. We got just about 10. Maybe those circles become a little bit bigger. You got it. Last 5, 4, finishing strong for 3, for 2, for 1. Woo! All right, you guys. That was intense. But before we take it into the cool down, I want you to tell yourself something positive, anything that you can think of that would just give yourself that affirmation, right? We think about it. We're always moving so quickly throughout life. It's very often that we even hear that we're proud of ourselves. So I want to tell you, I'm proud of you because that just whooped me. So if you're anything like me, you deserve to hear that someone is proud of you. We're going to take it into a very quick cool down. Go ahead and move those dumbbells out of the way for me. Let's just start to bring the heart rate down. I want you to sit nice and super low onto those heels. We're going to go high to low kneel with a beautiful reaching of the arms. So as you exhale, let's reach those fingers up towards the ceiling. Press those hips forward. Chest comes proud. Nice big breath. Exhale, let it all drop. We'll go for one more. Nice big inhale as you reach. Beautiful, long, expansive reach. Taking those fingers up towards the ceiling. Loud breath. Exhale, it comes down. Let's begin to just come right on back into that 4-point kneeling position. And you're going to finish in the exact same way that you started class today. So we're going to go for a cat-cow, but a little bit less formed, right? So I want you to just find natural flexion in the head, the neck, the shoulders. So again, maybe the shoulders roll, maybe the hips roll around, maybe the ribs roll around. Again, I don't care what this looks like. Focus on the feeling. I want you to breathe into any little bit of tension that you feel in the body. Listen, like our bodies are so smart. I think intrinsically our bodies know where we are holding a little bit more tension. So if maybe you're feeling a little bit tense in the hips, maybe you rock back and you just breathe into those hips. Maybe you just come into that child's pose. Really feeling the heart rate slow down now. We've got about 20 seconds left in this workout. I just want you to hang out somewhere that feels good. Maybe you're here in this child's pose with me. Maybe you're still moving through that natural flexion in the cat-cow. We got 10 seconds to finish it out. Feeling that heart rate slow. Breathing slows. We get to let it all go in 3, in 2, and in 1. Awesome, you guys. So amazing to have you guys with me for my Pilates Strength workout. And I hope that you liked it as much as I do. And I can't wait to see you again soon.